What if I told you that wealth isn't complicated? That financial freedom isn't reserved for the lucky, the privileged, or the mathematical geniuses of the world? That you don't need to outsmart the stock market, chase the next big thing, or sacrifice decades of your life trapped in a job you hate? The truth is, simple wealth is within your reach, and not through endless spreadsheets, risky schemes, or burnout-level hustle. The answer lies in simplicity, patience, and a path anyone can follow, even if you're starting with nothing. Imagine a life where money no longer controls you, where every decision isn't driven by fear of the next bill or the next paycheck. Imagine waking up knowing you own your time, your energy, and your future. That's not a fantasy. It's a reality thousands have achieved, and so can you. In this audiobook, you're not just going to learn about money. You're going to learn how to make it serve you. You'll discover the strategies, mindset, and simple steps to build wealth for a lifetime of freedom without complexity, without stress, without compromise. If you're ready to walk the path that leads to financial independence, security, and peace of mind, then let's begin. Welcome to the Simple Path to Wealth. Chapter 1. Breaking Free from the Chains of Money Stress. Welcome to this journey, where you will learn not just how to accumulate wealth, but how to build a life of security, freedom, and peace of mind. In this opening chapter, we will begin by understanding why most people feel trapped by money, how society conditions us to remain in a cycle of dependency, and why mastering money is ultimately about mastering yourself. From childhood, most people are taught to chase money through hard work, promotions, and titles. Rarely are we taught how money actually works, or how wealth is built systematically. Instead, the focus remains on earning, spending, and borrowing. This cycle leaves many feeling like prisoners of their paycheck, working jobs they dislike just to stay afloat. The simple path to wealth breaks this vicious loop by first changing how you think about money. True wealth is not defined by the numbers in your bank account, but by the freedom you possess. Freedom to wake up each day and choose what you do. Freedom from anxiety about bills or emergencies. Freedom to walk away from toxic environments, knowing your financial foundation is solid. Wealth is security, not luxury. The first mental shift required on this journey is to understand that money is a tool, not a goal. It's a resource to fuel your independence, not a symbol of success or status. Society often encourages people to equate spending with success. The bigger the car, the better the life. The more expensive the house, the greater the achievement. This narrative is false and keeps people trapped. In reality, financial freedom comes from simplicity, not extravagance. Breaking free begins with awareness. Start noticing how your thoughts and habits around money have been shaped. Reflect on whether your purchases are driven by genuine need or societal pressure. Recognize the difference between what you want and what you truly need to live happily. Most people underestimate the power of small, consistent actions in building wealth. It's not about windfalls, lottery tickets, or sudden inheritance. Wealth grows from disciplined saving, intelligent investing, and living well below your means. These habits accumulate silently but powerfully over time. Debt is one of the biggest barriers to freedom. While some debt, like a modest mortgage, might be manageable, consumer debt chains you to your past mistakes. Credit card balances, car loans, and personal loans erode your wealth with interest payments. Escaping debt should be one of your earliest priorities on this path. Pay off high-interest obligations ruthlessly. Every dollar freed from debt is a dollar working for your future instead of against you. Saving money is often viewed as sacrifice, but it is actually the opposite. Saving buys you time. It buys you choices. It buys you peace of mind. Every dollar saved is a seed planted toward financial independence. It's not money lost to enjoyment. It's money invested in your future happiness. The concept of FU money is pivotal. This term symbolizes having enough financial security that you never need to tolerate a situation simply for the paycheck. Whether it's a toxic boss, a job you loathe, or circumstances that no longer serve you, having this safety net empowers you to make decisions based on your values, not your bank balance. Investing might seem intimidating to those unfamiliar with it, but it's fundamentally simple. Complicated financial jargon exists largely to benefit those who profit from your confusion. In reality, the path to wealth involves straightforward principles applied consistently over time. The cornerstone of this strategy is low-cost, broad-market index funds. These investment vehicles capture the growth of the entire economy rather than gambling on individual stocks or market timing. Understanding the stock market's history is crucial. While there are periods of volatility, over the long term, markets trend upward as human innovation, productivity, and enterprise drive progress. Selling during downturns locks in losses. Staying the course allows recovery and growth to work in your favor. Patience and consistency beat fear and panic every time. Many people believe they can outsmart the market, pick the next winning stock, or time the perfect buy and sell moments. The truth is, even professional fund managers fail to beat the market consistently. Accepting the market's long-term upward trend and aligning your investments accordingly removes stress and increases your likelihood of success. Your savings rate is the most important factor in building wealth. The higher the percentage of your income you can save and invest, the faster you reach independence. Saving 10% will get you there eventually. Saving 50% can get you there surprisingly quickly. It's not about deprivation. It's about aligning your spending with your values and goals. Reducing expenses accelerates your path more effectively than increasing income alone. Every dollar you don't spend is a dollar you don't need to earn, a dollar you don't need to replace with future labor. This efficiency compounds over time, freeing you sooner. Financial independence isn't retirement in the traditional sense. It's about reclaiming your time and energy. It allows you to work if you want to on your terms for causes or projects you care about, without financial need dictating your choices. Some continue their careers because they enjoy them. Others pivot to passion projects, volunteer work, or entrepreneurial pursuits. Lifestyle inflation is a common trap. As incomes grow, so do expectations and expenses. Avoiding this trap requires mindfulness. Question every new expense. Does it genuinely improve your life, or is it simply a reaction to increased earnings? Keeping your lifestyle modest while your income grows widens the gap between what you earn and what you spend, speeding your journey. Automation simplifies wealth building. Automatically directing a portion of your income into investments ensures consistency without requiring constant willpower or attention. Set it, forget it, and let compound interest work silently on your behalf. The earlier you start, the greater the benefits of compounding. Time is the most powerful ally in wealth building. Even modest sums grow exponentially when given enough years. Starting today, no matter how small the amount, sets the wheels of progress in motion. Emotional discipline is as important as financial strategy. Markets will fluctuate. Headlines will scream fear. Friends may question your choices. Staying the course requires confidence in your plan and the patience to let time and consistency yield results. Trust in the principles, not in predictions. Building wealth is also about simplicity. Complicated strategies often fail because they require constant management, introduce unnecessary risk, and invite emotional reactions. Simple strategies endure because they align with human nature and the realities of the market. Aligning your financial choices with your life's values brings fulfillment. Money alone doesn't provide happiness. The freedom it grants does. Define your vision of a rich life not by things, but by experiences, relationships, and purpose. Frugality is often misunderstood. It's not about stinginess, but about prioritizing long-term happiness over short-term gratification. It's about recognizing that most material things offer diminishing returns on joy, while security and freedom offer lasting satisfaction. Throughout history, those who've built lasting wealth did so by living below their means, avoiding debt, and investing consistently. These timeless principles require no secret knowledge or insider access, only discipline and patience. Confidence grows with understanding. The more you educate yourself about money, investing, and wealth building, the less susceptible you become to fear, panic, or manipulation. Knowledge empowers you to take control of your financial future with clarity. Minimalism complements this journey. Reducing physical clutter often leads to reducing financial clutter. Fewer possessions, fewer obligations, and fewer distractions create space for focus on what truly matters. Financial independence is part of a larger philosophy of intentional living. Generosity becomes easier when you're financially secure. Giving, whether through time, resources, or mentorship, enriches both the giver and the receiver. True wealth isn't just about accumulation, it's about contribution and connection. Gratitude transforms how you experience wealth. Recognizing and appreciating what you already have reduces the impulse to chase more unnecessarily. Contentment fosters financial discipline and emotional well-being. This path isn't about deprivation. It's about optimization. It's about aligning your resources with your priorities, maximizing the return on your efforts, and minimizing waste. Every choice either brings you closer to freedom or delays it. Clarity of purpose keeps you motivated. Define your why. Why do you seek financial independence? What does freedom mean to you? Visualizing the life you're building helps sustain discipline when temptations arise. Financial freedom offers resilience. Life's uncertainties, job loss, health issues, economic downturns become less threatening when your finances are strong. Security isn't about predicting the future. It's about preparing for possibilities. The journey requires patience, consistency, and faith in the process. Overnight success is rare. Enduring success is built gradually. Embrace the slow, steady progress as part of the reward. In conclusion, breaking free from the chains of money stress starts with changing your mindset. Understand that wealth is freedom, not luxury. Prioritize savings, eliminate debt, invest simply, and align your spending with your values. Stay the course with patience and discipline, knowing that each step brings you closer to a life of choice, security, and fulfillment. This concludes Chapter 1. In the next chapter, we will dive deeper into the specific strategies and practical steps to build your wealth systematically, efficiently, and with confidence. Chapter 2. The Mindset of Wealth: Building Your Foundation for Financial Freedom. Achieving financial independence is not solely a matter of numbers, strategies, or investments. It is first and foremost about cultivating the right mindset. Without mastering your thoughts and beliefs about money, no plan will succeed in the long term. In this chapter, we will explore the mental frameworks required to stay consistent, disciplined, and motivated on your journey toward wealth. The first principle to adopt is personal responsibility. Your financial future depends entirely on the decisions you make today, not on external circumstances, governments, or employers. Blaming others for your financial situation only delays your progress. Embrace ownership of your financial life. This empowerment creates clarity and control, freeing you from feelings of helplessness. Understanding the difference between needs and wants forms the cornerstone of smart financial behavior. Needs are limited and essential. Wants are infinite and fueled by desire, comparison, and marketing. Separating these two categories in your daily life allows you to direct resources towards what genuinely serves your future, rather than fleeting indulgences. Simplicity brings clarity. Complicated financial strategies often serve to inflate the ego or impress others. They rarely outperform simple, disciplined approaches over time, focusing on a handful of proven strategies, executed consistently, yields better results than chasing the latest financial trends or schemes. Complexity invites errors, distractions, and stress. The power of delayed gratification cannot be overstated. Those who master the art of waiting, choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures, accelerate their wealth building exponentially. Every unnecessary purchase you delay, every expense you minimize, adds to your growing base of financial power. Discipline in small daily decisions compounds into freedom over years. Visualization strengthens your commitment. Picture your future self living free from financial worry. Imagine waking up without the pressure of bills, commutes, or office politics. Visualize the choices you'll enjoy: where to live, how to spend your days, who to spend them with. This vision fuels persistence when motivation wanes. Scarcity mindset is the enemy of abundance. Those who believe opportunities are rare, that money is hard to come by, often act from fear, hoarding, avoiding risks, or chasing quick fixes. A mindset rooted in abundance understands that wealth flows to those who create value, act with integrity, and remain patient. Opportunities multiply when you approach life with confidence and openness. Comparisons steal joy and distort reality. Social media and advertising bombard you with curated images of wealth: luxury cars, designer clothes, exotic vacations. These portrayals often mask debt, insecurity, and emptiness. Comparing your journey to others distracts from your goals and fosters unnecessary spending. Focus solely on your progress and principles. Gratitude grounds your financial journey. Recognizing and appreciating what you already possess diminishes the urge to acquire more. This mindset shift reduces impulsive spending and strengthens contentment. Grateful people make wiser, more thoughtful financial decisions because they operate from a place of sufficiency, not lack. Flexibility fortifies your strategy. Life will present unforeseen challenges: job changes, health issues, market fluctuations. Rigidity breaks under pressure. A flexible mindset adapts without abandoning core principles. Adjust timelines, revise goals, but stay aligned with the overarching mission of financial independence. Humility keeps you open to learning. No one knows everything about money. Even seasoned investors make mistakes. Maintaining curiosity, seeking knowledge, and learning from both successes and failures sharpens your financial acumen. Arrogance blinds you to risks. Humility prepares you for them. Fear is natural, but must be managed. Fear of losing money, fear of making mistakes, fear of the unknown can paralyze progress. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Trust in the time-tested principles of wealth building helps mitigate fear's influence. Consistency outweighs intensity. Grand gestures, massive savings efforts for short bursts, often burn out. Small, consistent actions compound over time. Regular contributions to investments, steady debt reduction, routine expense reviews build momentum. Wealth grows not from isolated acts, but sustained habits. Patience is your greatest ally. The world values immediacy, fast results, instant gratification. True wealth ignores this tempo. Compounding requires time to reveal its magic. Trust the process. Each small step forward, repeated faithfully, moves you closer to freedom. Optimism fuels perseverance. Believing in a brighter future, in your ability to shape your destiny, strengthens resolve. Pessimism breeds inaction and cynicism. Optimistic individuals endure setbacks with resilience, understanding that temporary struggles do not define long-term outcomes. Boundaries protect progress. Say no to obligations, expenses, and distractions that drain your resources without advancing your goals. Guard your time, energy, and money fiercely. Each boundary honors your future self and reinforces your commitment to independence. Curiosity expands opportunities. Exploring new skills, side projects, or investment strategies with openness, rather than fear, broadens potential income streams. The financially independent often diversify, not through desperation, but curiosity, seeking knowledge and experience beyond their current scope. Self-awareness sharpens decisions. Know your triggers for spending: boredom, stress, envy. Recognize patterns that sabotage progress. Awareness precedes change. When you understand your emotional relationship with money, you can design strategies to counteract poor impulses. Generosity enriches the journey. Giving, even modestly, fosters connection and purpose. It reminds you that money is a means, not an end. Those who give often feel wealthier than those who hoard, as generosity aligns with abundance thinking and community building. Alignment brings peace. When your spending, saving, and investing reflect your values, inner conflict diminishes. You no longer battle desires against discipline. Instead, every choice reinforces your identity as someone building a life of freedom and integrity. Intention replaces impulse. Before any financial decision, pause. Ask, does this align with my long-term goals? Will this bring lasting value or momentary pleasure? Intentional living transforms finances from chaotic reaction to deliberate creation. Perspective grounds you. Consider history: wars, recessions, recoveries, revolutions. Through it all, people have built wealth through patience, simplicity, and perseverance. Your temporary setbacks pale against the arc of time and progress. Keep your vision long and steady. Community strengthens resolve. Surround yourself with those who respect financial independence, who understand your goals, and support your choices. Dismiss voices urging you toward consumption, comparison, or complacency. Your tribe influences your trajectory. Integrity safeguards success. Avoid shortcuts, scams, and unethical tactics. Wealth built on deceit rarely endures and often costs more than money. Acting with honesty protects your reputation, relationships, and self-respect. Clarity eliminates confusion. Define your goals explicitly: the amount you need, the timeline you envision, the steps required. Vague aspirations breed inconsistent actions. Precision sharpens focus and enhances motivation. Creativity solves problems. Challenges will arise. Unexpected expenses, income dips, market downturns. Creative thinking transforms obstacles into opportunities. Innovate ways to save, earn, or adapt without sacrificing principles. Faith sustains momentum. Faith in yourself, in proven principles, in the resilience of markets and humanity enables you to continue when results seem slow. Doubt will visit. Let faith answer. Forgiveness frees you. Mistakes are inevitable. Poor purchases, missed opportunities, emotional decisions. Learn, adjust, and forgive yourself. Carrying shame burdens progress. Every error refines wisdom. Hope inspires action. Visualizing the life awaiting you, free, empowered, abundant, infuses daily choices with meaning. Hope transforms routine sacrifices into investments in a brighter tomorrow. Persistence overcomes obstacles. Quitting guarantees failure. Perseverance invites success. Each setback is a test, not a verdict. Rising after each fall fortifies resolve and ensures eventual victory. These mental frameworks create a sturdy foundation upon which to build practical strategies. Without them, no amount of income or investment will bring lasting freedom. With them, even modest resources transform into substantial wealth over time. In the next chapter, we will shift from mindset to mechanics. You will learn the specific, actionable strategies to eliminate debt, maximize savings, and begin investing with confidence and clarity. Chapter 3: The path to financial freedom. Mastering the mechanics of wealth. Now that your mindset has been aligned with the principles of wealth building, it is time to move into action. This chapter focuses on practical, actionable steps that lay down the solid foundation upon which your financial independence will be built. While mindset drives consistency, mechanics drive results. The first essential pillar is budgeting. A budget is not a restriction, but a tool for awareness and control. It reveals where your money goes, where waste hides, and where opportunities for growth exist. Begin by tracking every expense without judgment. Record what you spend daily, weekly, and monthly. Patterns will emerge, revealing habits that either support or sabotage your financial goals. Once awareness is established, categorize expenses into essentials and non-essentials. Essentials include housing, utilities, transportation, and food. Non-essentials include dining out, entertainment, subscriptions, and luxury items. Reducing non-essentials is the fastest way to increase savings without impacting your quality of life significantly. Establish a savings rate target. While common advice suggests saving 10 to 20% of your income, those pursuing financial independence often aim higher, between 40 to 70%. The greater your savings rate, the faster you achieve freedom. This requires intentional living, cutting unnecessary expenses, and resisting lifestyle inflation. Automate your savings. Direct a fixed percentage of your income into savings and investment accounts the moment you are paid. Automation removes temptation and ensures consistency without relying on willpower. What you never see in your checking account, you will not miss. Emergency funds are non-negotiable. Before aggressive investing, establish a cash reserve covering 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. This cushion protects you from unexpected setbacks like job loss, medical bills, or urgent repairs without derailing your progress. Eliminate debt strategically. List all debts from highest to lowest interest rate. Focus on paying off high-interest debts aggressively while making minimum payments on others. As each debt is cleared, roll its payment into the next, accelerating momentum. This snowball method builds confidence and frees up cash flow rapidly. Avoid accumulating new debt. Adopt a cash-based lifestyle wherever possible. If you must use credit, pay balances in full each month. Interest payments enrich banks, not your future. Each dollar paid in interest is a dollar stolen from your investments and freedom. Investing is where wealth compounds. Begin with low-cost, broad market index funds. These funds offer diversification, low fees, and alignment with overall market performance. Over decades, they consistently outperform actively managed funds, reducing risk and maximizing growth. Understand asset allocation. While stocks drive growth, bonds offer stability. In your early wealth-building years, prioritize stocks for higher returns. As you near your financial independence target, gradually shift towards bonds to preserve capital and reduce volatility. Use tax-advantaged accounts to accelerate wealth. Maximize contributions to retirement accounts like 401, KES, IRAs, or their equivalents in your country. These accounts offer tax benefits that amplify growth. Understand the rules, limits, and opportunities each provides. Roth accounts, where available, provide tax-free growth and withdrawals. Traditional accounts offer upfront tax deductions, but tax withdrawals later. A balanced strategy often combines both to optimize current savings and future income flexibility. Health savings accounts, HSAs, serve dual purposes, covering medical expenses and acting as a stealth retirement account. Invest funds not immediately needed for medical costs, letting them grow tax-free over decades. Diversify income streams. While your job may be your primary source now, explore side hustles, freelancing, or small business ventures aligned with your skills. Multiple streams create resilience, accelerate savings, and provide options if primary income falters. Reinvest windfalls, bonuses, tax refunds, gifts, or inheritance should bolster your financial foundation, not fuel lifestyle inflation. Channel unexpected money into debt reduction, savings, or investments to multiply its impact. Track your net worth regularly. This simple calculation, assets minus liabilities, reveals your progress. Watching your net worth grow reinforces habits, motivates consistency, and highlights areas needing attention. Reduce recurring expenses. Audit subscriptions, insurance policies, and utilities annually. Negotiate rates, eliminate unused services, and optimize plans. Small monthly savings compound into significant annual gains. Practice mindful spending. Before any purchase, ask, does this align with my goals? Will this bring lasting value? Delaying non-essential purchases often reveals they were unnecessary altogether. Leverage community for accountability. Share goals with trusted friends or online groups focused on financial independence. Encouragement, advice, and shared experiences strengthen resolve and provide valuable insights. Resist lifestyle inflation. As income grows, maintain or even tighten spending. Channel raises, promotions, or new income streams into savings rather than upgrades. This gap between earnings and expenses is your freedom accelerator. Consider geo-arbitrage. Living in lower-cost areas, either domestically or abroad, stretches savings and accelerates independence. Evaluate housing, healthcare, taxes, and lifestyle costs when choosing locations. Plan for healthcare. Medical expenses can derail financial plans if unprepared. Understand your coverage, build reserves, and consider insurance options that align with your stage of life and risk tolerance. Educate yourself continually. Read books, listen to podcasts, and follow reputable financial voices. The more you understand markets, taxes, and strategies, the better equipped you are to optimize decisions and avoid pitfalls. Review and adjust your plan annually. Life changes. Marriage, children, career shifts may require updates to goals, contributions, or investments. Regular reviews keep your strategy aligned with reality. Prepare for downturns. Markets will fluctuate. Recessions will come. Anticipate these cycles mentally and financially. Maintain emergency funds, stick to your plan, and avoid panic selling. Remember, downturns offer buying opportunities for disciplined investors. Simplify your financial life. Fewer accounts, consolidated investments, and automated contributions reduce errors, stress, and management time. Complexity often masquerades as sophistication, but rarely outperforms simplicity. Avoid timing the market. Consistent, regular investments outperform sporadic attempts to predict highs and lows. Time in the market, not timing the market, builds wealth reliably. Focus on what you can control. Savings rate, expenses, asset allocation, and contributions matter more than market fluctuations or global events. Direct energy towards actions within your influence. Plan your withdrawal strategy. As you near independence, determine how you'll convert assets into income. The 4% rule offers a guideline. Withdrawing 4% annually from your portfolio sustains it over decades. Adjust as needed for market conditions and personal preferences. Understand sequence of returns risk. Early years of withdrawal are sensitive to market downturns. Mitigate risk with diversified assets, cash reserves, and flexible spending strategies. Factor inflation into long-term planning. Rising costs erode purchasing power. Ensure investments outpace inflation, preserving your lifestyle across decades. Consider charitable giving. As your wealth grows, structured giving through donor-advised funds or direct contributions aligns finances with values and creates meaningful impact. Incorporate estate planning. Wills, trusts, And beneficiaries, ensure your assets transfer according to your wishes, minimizing confusion, taxes, and legal battles for heirs. Protect assets with insurance. Adequate coverage for health, life, disability, and liability shields your wealth from unforeseen disasters, preserving your progress. Maintain privacy. Guard financial information from scams, theft, and unnecessary exposure. Digital security, discretion, and skepticism protect your resources. Develop exit strategies for investments. Know when and why you might sell assets beyond emergencies, rebalancing, meeting goals, or simplifying life stages. Emotional decisions rarely serve your interests. Create contingency plans. Job loss, illness, or market crashes should not trigger panic, but activate prepared responses. These plans reduce fear and accelerate recovery. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge progress, debt-free status, net worth targets, savings benchmarks. These celebrations fuel motivation for continued effort. Educate family. Share principles, strategies, and intentions with loved ones. Financial literacy strengthens households and prepares heirs to manage inheritances wisely. Avoid trends and hype. Cryptocurrency, speculative stocks, or get-rich-quick schemes distract from proven methods. Stay focused on fundamentals that have endured across generations. Plan for fulfillment, not just freedom. What will you do with your time, energy, and resources once financially independent? Having purpose beyond money ensures lasting satisfaction. Prepare mentally for independence. Transitioning from accumulation to spending requires adjustment. Confidence in your plan eases this shift. Remain humble. Success can breed complacency or arrogance. Stay grounded, generous, and aware that circumstances can change. Align time with values. Financial independence grants freedom. Use it to live intentionally, prioritizing relationships, health, growth, and contribution over consumption. Build legacy through actions, not just wealth. Influence others by modeling integrity, discipline, and generosity. Practice gratitude daily. Recognize progress, opportunities, and privileges. Gratitude enhances well-being and financial decision-making. Stay adaptable. Economic, political, and personal landscapes evolve. Flexibility ensures your strategies remain effective. Trust the process. Decades of evidence support these principles. Consistency, patience, and faith in fundamentals outlast short-term noise. This chapter outlined the mechanical steps essential to constructing your path to wealth. These actions, paired with the mindset from previous chapters, form a powerful strategy for achieving financial freedom. Chapter 4. The Power of Investing. How to make your money work for you. Once your financial foundation is stable, your savings rate is high, debt is eliminated, and your expenses are under control. The next crucial step is learning how to make your money work for you through investing. This chapter will reveal why investing is the most powerful tool for building lasting wealth, how it functions, and how you can use it confidently without fear or confusion. The most important lesson to understand is that money sitting idle loses value over time due to inflation. While saving is essential, savings alone will not lead to financial independence. Investments are what turn savings into a growing force, multiplying over the years and decades. When you invest wisely, your money works harder than you ever could through labor alone. This is how wealth scales beyond income. Investing is not about luck or timing the market perfectly. It is about understanding the principles of compounding. Compounding is the process where your money earns returns, and then those returns themselves begin to earn returns. Over time, this creates an exponential snowball effect. Early contributions are crucial because time allows this snowball to grow larger without additional effort. The stock market is one of the most effective tools available for compounding wealth. Despite its fluctuations, the stock market historically trends upward as businesses innovate, economies expand, and productivity grows. By owning shares in these companies through index funds, you participate in this growth without needing to pick individual winners. Index funds are foundational to the simple path to wealth. Unlike actively managed funds, where managers try to outperform the market, index funds aim to mirror the market's performance. They offer broad diversification, low fees, and a passive investment strategy. The Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, VTSAX, is a prime example, giving you exposure to thousands of companies with a single purchase. Fees matter enormously in investing. High management fees and frequent trading erode returns over time. Even seemingly small percentages, like 1% annually, can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost growth over decades. Prioritize low-cost index funds where fees are minimal and your money stays invested rather than being siphoned off. Dollar-cost averaging is a powerful strategy for consistent investing. It involves investing a fixed amount regularly, regardless of market conditions. This method reduces the impact of market volatility as you buy more shares when prices are low and fewer when prices are high, smoothing your investment over time. Asset allocation refers to how you distribute your investments across different asset classes, primarily stocks and bonds. Younger investors with a longer time horizon can afford higher stock exposure for greater growth. As you near financial independence, increasing bond exposure adds stability and reduces risk. The balance between these assets depends on your risk tolerance and timeline. Diversification within your investments spreads risk. Owning a wide variety of stocks through index funds reduces the impact of any single company's failure. Similarly, holding some bonds provides a buffer during market downturns when stocks may decline. A diversified portfolio weathers storms better than concentrated bets. Market downturns are normal and should be expected. Fear drives many to sell during crashes, locking in losses and missing future recoveries. History shows that markets rebound, often reaching new highs. Staying the course, continuing to invest, and resisting panic ensures you benefit from eventual recoveries. Your behavior determines your investment success more than market conditions. Emotional decisions, panic selling, chasing hot stocks, timing markets often lead to poor outcomes. Develop a written investment plan outlining your goals, strategy, and rules. Follow it consistently, especially during volatile periods. Tax efficiency enhances returns. Utilize tax-advantaged accounts like IRAs, 401(k) (ES), and HSAs to shelter investments from unnecessary taxation. In taxable accounts, hold investments for over a year to benefit from lower long-term capital gains taxes. Minimize trading to avoid frequent taxable events. Rebalancing maintains your desired asset allocation. Over time, some assets grow faster than others, altering your portfolio's balance. Periodically sell portions of overperforming assets and buy underperforming ones to restore your target allocation. This disciplined practice ensures you maintain your chosen risk level. Real estate can complement a portfolio, but requires active management and carries unique risks. For those uninterested in property management, real estate investment trusts, REETs, offer exposure to real estate markets without direct ownership hassles. Like stocks, REEs provide income through dividends and potential appreciation. Understand the role of cash in your strategy. While investing maximizes growth, maintaining some cash reserves for emergencies prevents forced selling during downturns. Cash does not grow but offers stability and flexibility. Avoid speculation. Cryptocurrencies, penny stocks, and trending investments often attract attention with promises of quick riches. These carry high risk and unpredictability. Inflation steadily reduces money's purchasing power. Investments must outpace inflation to preserve and grow wealth. Stocks have historically provided returns well above inflation, making them essential in any wealth-building plan. Understand risk tolerance. Aggressive growth strategies offer higher potential returns, but greater volatility. Conservative strategies offer stability but slower growth. Align your investments with your comfort level to avoid emotional decisions during inevitable market swings. Investment returns are unpredictable in the short term, but reliable over decades. Focus on long-term horizons, ignore daily headlines, and trust historical trends. Wealth is not built through quick wins, but through patience and consistency. Do not chase trends or react to media hype. Markets fluctuate, and sensational headlines often mislead. Rely on data, history, and your plan, not noise or speculation. Income-producing assets create financial stability. Dividend-paying stocks, bonds, and REITs provide cash flow even when markets decline. These steady streams reduce reliance on market appreciation alone and support your lifestyle during independence. Understand withdrawal strategies. Once financially independent, transitioning from accumulation to distribution requires careful planning. Withdraw from taxable accounts first, preserving tax-advantaged accounts for later. Consider required minimum distributions, RMDs, and tax implications in your strategy. The 4% rule remains a guiding principle. Withdrawing 4% annually from a diversified portfolio historically supports decades of sustainable income. Adjust this rate for market conditions, personal needs, and evolving circumstances. Estate planning integrates investments into your legacy. Beneficiaries, trusts, and wills ensure your assets transfer smoothly and according to your wishes. This planning protects loved ones and preserves wealth beyond your lifetime. Automation enhances consistency. Set up automatic contributions, dividend reinvestments, and rebalancing where possible. Automation removes emotion and ensures adherence to your plan through all market conditions. Education fortifies confidence. The more you understand market principles, historical trends, and investment vehicles, the less susceptible you are to fear or confusion. Ongoing learning sharpens skills and decision-making. Investment advisors, if used, should be fiduciaries, legally bound to act in your best interest. Many advisors operate on commission, steering clients toward products that enrich them, not you. Choose fee-only advisors or, better yet, educate yourself to manage your own investments confidently. Mindset influences investing as much as mechanics. Patience, discipline, and trust in the process outweigh clever strategies or market timing. Your wealth-building success depends more on your behavior than your brilliance. Compounding requires time and consistency. Early efforts yield smaller visible results, but grow exponentially. Trust the invisible progress. The harvest comes after seasons of sowing and tending. Track progress but avoid obsession. Regularly review your net worth, asset allocation, and contributions. Avoid daily monitoring, which invites unnecessary stress and reactionary decisions. Long-term trends matter, not short-term fluctuations. Investment success is simple but not easy. Simplicity requires resisting complexity, hype, and fear. Focus on fundamentals. Save aggressively, invest consistently, minimize costs, diversify broadly, and stay the course. This chapter has outlined how to harness the power of investing as a tool for wealth creation. When paired with the habits and mindset from previous chapters, these strategies transform your financial future into one of security, freedom, and opportunity. Chapter 5. Achieving Financial Independence. Designing a Life of Freedom. By this stage, you've understood the principles of mindset, disciplined money management, and the powerful role investing plays in building wealth. Now it's time to bring all these elements together to create your roadmap to financial independence, FI. the point at which your money works harder than you do, covering your living expenses without the need for employment. This chapter will walk you through designing a life where work becomes a choice, not an obligation. Understanding financial independence. Financial independence simply means that your passive income from investments, real estate, or other reliable sources is enough to support your chosen lifestyle without needing to trade your time for money. It's not about being rich in a traditional sense. It's about being free. Free to choose how you spend your time, where you live, and what you pursue without financial pressure dictating your decisions. The key to understanding FI is recognizing the relationship between your expenses and your investments. The less you need to live happily, the less money you require to achieve independence. This is why controlling expenses is just as powerful as increasing income. Lower expenses mean a lower FI number and a faster path to freedom. Calculating your FI number. Your FI number is the amount of invested assets you need to sustain your lifestyle indefinitely. A commonly accepted method to determine this number is to multiply your annual expenses by 25. This formula is rooted in the 4% rule, which suggests you can safely withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio per year without running out of money. For example, if your annual expenses are $30,000 multiply 25 $750,000. A $750,000 investment portfolio appropriately diversified could reliably provide $30,000 per year in passive income. The 4% rule is a guideline, not a guarantee. Adjustments can be made based on economic conditions, investment performance, and personal flexibility, but it serves as a practical starting point. The role of frugality and efficiency. Frugality doesn't mean deprivation. It means efficiency. Spending thoughtfully on things that bring real value to your life and eliminating waste helps you reach FI faster. Evaluate every recurring cost, major purchase, and discretionary expense through the lens of whether it brings lasting happiness or simply delays your freedom. Reducing housing costs, transportation expenses, and unnecessary luxuries has a double benefit. It reduces how much you need to save and speeds up how quickly you accumulate the necessary wealth. Maximizing income without lifestyle creep. Increasing income through career growth, side businesses, or freelance work can dramatically accelerate your FI journey. However, beware of lifestyle inflation, the tendency to increase spending in proportion to earnings. The key is to keep your expenses stable while funneling additional income directly into savings and investments. Every dollar saved from increased income works harder for your future self, compounding into greater freedom faster. Investing with purpose towards FI. Investments serve one purpose on this journey: replacing your earned income with passive income. Keep your portfolio aligned with your time horizon, risk tolerance, and withdrawal strategy. Broad market index funds remain a foundational choice for simplicity, diversification, and long-term growth. Remember, the more consistent and larger your contributions, the sooner your investments will reach the critical mass required to sustain you indefinitely. The stages of financial independence. The journey to FI is not binary. It unfolds in stages. Recognizing these can help you set smaller milestones and maintain motivation. 1. Financial solvency. You're earning enough to cover your expenses without debt reliance. 2. Financial stability. You've eliminated high-interest debts and built an emergency fund. 3. Financial security. Your investments can cover basic necessities: housing, food, transportation. 4. Financial independence. Your investments cover your entire lifestyle. Work becomes optional. 5. Financial abundance. Your investments exceed your needs, allowing greater generosity, legacy planning, and luxury choices without financial concern. Tracking progress through these stages provides tangible benchmarks and a sense of accomplishment along the way. Overcoming obstacles on the FI path. Common challenges arise on this journey. Economic downturns, unexpected expenses, and personal doubts can derail progress if unprepared. Market volatility. Stick to your investment plan through ups and downs. Short-term fluctuations are normal. Long-term trends favor growth. Unexpected expenses. Maintain robust emergency savings separate from investment accounts to avoid withdrawals during downturns. Lifestyle temptations. Keep your vision clear. Regularly remind yourself why you're pursuing FI. Visualizing your future freedom strengthens resolve. Social pressure. Friends or family may not understand your choices. Stay focused on your goals, knowing you're building a life on your terms. The importance of flexibility. While the goal is to reach FI, flexibility is essential. Life changes. What you want at the 30th of May differ at 50. FI gives you the power to adapt, whether that means relocating, starting a passion project, or scaling back. Build flexibility into your plan, allowing for shifts in income needs, expenses, and priorities. Flexibility also applies to the withdrawal phase. Some years, you may withdraw less, others more. Adjusting spending in response to market conditions preserves your portfolio's longevity. Post-FI considerations. Reaching FI is not the finish line. It's the beginning of a new chapter. Without the structure of a job, you'll need to cultivate purpose, community, and fulfillment independently. Many who achieve FI continue to work, volunteer, travel, or start businesses not from necessity, but from desire. Create a vision for your post-FI life. Consider, how will you spend your days? What passions will you pursue? What legacy do you want to leave? How will you stay connected to others? Answering these questions ensures your newfound freedom is enriching, not aimless. Aligning FI with values. True financial independence isn't just about escaping work. It's about aligning your time, energy, and resources with your deepest values, whether that's family, creativity, adventure, service, or personal growth. FI gives you the platform to live intentionally. Revisit your values regularly. Ensure your spending, investing, and time use reflect what matters most to you. This alignment brings fulfillment beyond mere financial security. Building resilience and adaptability. Resilience ensures your plan withstands life's unpredictability. Adaptability allows you to pivot when needed. Together they form a robust foundation for sustaining FI. Diversify income where possible. Maintain a flexible budget. Stay informed on financial trends without reacting emotionally. Reassess goals periodically to reflect life's changes. These habits strengthen your ability to maintain independence regardless of external circumstances. The role of minimalism and simplicity. Simplicity complements FI. Fewer possessions, obligations, and distractions create space for clarity and intentionality. Financial simplicity through automation, streamlined accounts, and passive strategies reduces stress and increases focus on what truly enriches your life. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, but about curating a life filled with meaning rather than things. This philosophy aligns naturally with the FI mindset. Leaving a legacy. As you build wealth and freedom, consider how you might leave a positive impact. This could be through financial education, mentorship, charitable giving, or thoughtful estate planning. A legacy rooted in values enriches others and extends the benefits of your journey beyond yourself. Financial literacy shared with younger generations multiplies the impact of your success, breaking cycles of financial ignorance and insecurity. Celebrating milestones along the way. The journey to FI can span years or decades. Celebrate milestones: debt paid off, savings milestones reached, investment goals met. Acknowledging progress keeps motivation high and reinforces your commitment. These celebrations remind you that FI isn't just a destination. It's a journey marked by consistent growth, learning, and achievement. Sustaining financial independence long-term. Once achieved, maintaining FI requires ongoing awareness and adjustment. Monitor expenses, investment performance, and withdrawal strategies. Stay engaged without becoming consumed. Protect your assets through diversification, insurance, and legal safeguards. Continue educating yourself. The financial landscape evolves. Staying informed empowers you to make proactive, confident decisions. Your life, your rules. FI is ultimately about reclaiming your life from societal norms of work, consumption, and conformity. It's about designing each day intentionally, living aligned with your priorities, and recognizing that time is the most precious resource. Your definition of freedom may differ from others. That's the beauty of FI. It's deeply personal. Whether your dream is travel, creativity, philanthropy, or simply peace of mind, FI puts it within reach. This concludes Chapter 5. In the next chapter, we will explore how to sustain wealth across generations, protect your financial freedom from common risks, and build a lasting legacy of abundance and purpose. Chapter 6. Protecting your wealth. Safeguarding financial freedom for the long term. Reaching financial independence is a monumental achievement, but maintaining and protecting your wealth over the long term requires just as much attention, discipline, and strategy. Without proper protection, years of disciplined saving, investing, and planning can be eroded by risks such as market volatility, inflation, poor decisions, legal challenges, or unexpected life events. This chapter focuses on the essential strategies to safeguard your financial freedom, preserve your wealth, and ensure your financial independence lasts through every season of life. The importance of risk management. Risk management is the silent guardian of wealth. While growth strategies build wealth, risk management ensures you don't lose what you've worked so hard to create. Protecting your wealth begins with identifying potential threats and putting safeguards in place. Key risks to prepare for include market downturns and volatility, inflation's slow erosion of purchasing power, unexpected medical emergencies or long-term care needs, legal disputes or liabilities, identity theft and fraud, economic or geopolitical changes, poor financial decisions due to lack of planning. Awareness of these risks is the first step. Preparation and proactive measures ensure they do not derail your long-term security. Emergency funds as your first line of defense. Even post-financial independence, an emergency fund remains crucial. Unexpected expenses still occur: home repairs, healthcare costs, family emergencies. Maintaining 3 to 12 months' worth of living expenses in a highly liquid, easily accessible account provides peace of mind and prevents the need to withdraw from investments during unfavorable market conditions. An emergency fund acts as a buffer, giving you time and flexibility to address issues without disrupting your long-term financial strategy. Insurance, transferring risk wisely. Insurance plays a critical role in protecting wealth. While you can self-insure against small risks, significant risks should be transferred through comprehensive insurance policies. Essential types of insurance include health insurance, protects against catastrophic medical costs. Disability insurance, provides income if you're unable to work due to illness or injury before reaching full financial independence. Homeowners or renters insurance, covers property damage, theft, and liability. Umbrella insurance offers additional liability coverage beyond home and auto policies. Long-term care insurance covers potential costs of assisted living or nursing care in later years. Life insurance, if applicable, protects dependents financially in the event of an untimely death. Review policies regularly to ensure adequate coverage and adjust as your needs change. Diversifying to preserve stability. Diversification remains as vital in preservation as in wealth building. Ensure your assets are spread across different classes, stocks, bonds, real estate, cash equivalents, to minimize exposure to any single point of failure. Diversify within asset classes as well, across sectors, regions, and types of securities. Diversification reduces the risk of catastrophic loss and provides stability, especially during turbulent economic periods. Tax planning to protect and preserve wealth. Taxes can significantly impact wealth retention. Strategic tax planning minimizes this erosion legally and ethically. Consider the following strategies. Utilize tax-advantaged accounts for continued growth. Optimize withdrawals between taxable and tax-deferred accounts to manage tax brackets. Harvest tax losses strategically to offset gains. Plan for required minimum distributions, RMDs, in retirement accounts. Structure charitable giving to maximize deductions and minimize estate taxes. Work with a tax professional to stay informed on laws and leverage opportunities. Efficient tax strategies. Protect your wealth and extend its longevity. Guarding against inflation. Inflation diminishes purchasing power over time. Even after achieving financial independence, your portfolio must continue to grow to outpace inflation. Stocks historically provide returns that exceed inflation, making them an essential component of long-term portfolios, even in retirement. Maintain a balanced allocation of growth assets to ensure your wealth maintains its real-world value across decades. Legal safeguards for wealth protection. Legal structures provide protection against lawsuits, creditors, and other claims. Depending on your situation, consider establishing trusts to protect assets and direct their future use. Using LLCs or other entities to hold investment properties or businesses, limiting personal liability. Ensuring all legal documents, wills, powers of attorney, healthcare directives are current and aligned with your goals. Proper legal planning shields your assets from unnecessary risks and ensures your intentions are honored. Estate planning for generational wealth. Estate planning is more than drafting a will. It's about ensuring your wealth transitions smoothly to your heirs or chosen beneficiaries, while minimizing taxes, confusion, and disputes. Core components include a legally valid will outlining asset distribution, beneficiary designations on retirement accounts and life insurance, trusts to manage complex distributions or protect vulnerable heirs, powers of attorney for financial and healthcare decisions, letters of instruction for non-legal guidance to heirs. Clear, thorough estate planning protects your wealth from probate delays, legal battles, and unintended consequences. Maintaining financial awareness. Vigilance is key to protection. Regularly review your investment performance and asset allocation, insurance policies and coverage adequacy, legal documents and estate plans, spending patterns relative to income and withdrawals, tax strategies and upcoming obligations. Staying engaged ensures small issues don't become significant threats and adjustments are made proactively. The role of simplicity in preservation. Simplicity remains a cornerstone of long-term wealth protection. Consolidate accounts when appropriate, automate processes, and avoid unnecessary complexity in investment strategies. Complexity increases the likelihood of oversight, mistakes, and exploitation. A simple, well-structured financial system is easier to monitor, maintain, and protect. Preparing for healthcare costs. Healthcare is one of the most significant and unpredictable expenses in later life. Even with insurance, out-of-pocket costs can be substantial. Planning ahead includes maintaining comprehensive health insurance, utilizing health savings accounts, HSAs, for tax-advantaged medical savings, considering long-term care insurance to cover potential future needs. Addressing healthcare proactively prevents financial shocks that could disrupt your independence. Staying safe in the digital age. Cybersecurity is an increasingly important aspect of wealth protection. Protect your financial information through strong, unique passwords and two-factor authentication. Monitoring accounts regularly for unauthorized activity. Freezing credit when not actively seeking loans. Using secure networks and avoiding suspicious links or communications. Preventing identity theft and financial fraud protects your assets and personal information. Avoiding lifestyle creep. Post-FI. Achieving financial independence can tempt even disciplined individuals into unnecessary lifestyle inflation. Newfound freedom may invite spending on luxury, convenience, or indulgences that incrementally increase expenses beyond sustainable levels. Stay grounded by continuing to track expenses and net worth, revisiting your values and long-term goals, deliberately choosing simplicity and intentionality over excess. Living below your means remains as important post-FI as during the accumulation phase. Monitoring withdrawal rates. Your withdrawal strategy directly affects how long your wealth lasts. While the 4% rule is a guideline, adjust based on market performance, inflation rates, personal health and longevity expectations, changes in expenses or unexpected income sources. A flexible, responsive withdrawal strategy ensures sustainability, even through challenging periods. Community and mentorship as protection. Surrounding yourself with a community that shares your values reinforces good decisions and provides support during uncertainty. Engaging with mentors or peer groups focused on financial independence fosters accountability, learning, and resilience. Isolation can lead to poor decisions. Community safeguards your mindset and strategies. Continuous learning to stay informed. Financial landscapes evolve, market shift, tax laws change, opportunities arise. Stay informed through reading credible financial publications, attending seminars or workshops, engaging with knowledgeable advisors. Education remains your strongest defense against complacency and exploitation. Mental and emotional protection. Protecting your wealth also means guarding against emotional decisions. Fear, greed, and impatience can undermine years of progress. Regularly revisit your financial plan, reaffirm your long-term vision, and practice mindfulness to maintain clarity and composure. Patience, discipline, and detachment from market noise preserve not just wealth, but peace of mind. Leaving a financial legacy with purpose. Your wealth can extend its positive impact beyond your lifetime. Thoughtful giving, whether through structured philanthropy or family support, allows you to shape the world positively. Plan for your legacy with intention, ensuring your values guide your wealth's future role. Consider charitable trusts, donor-advised funds, or educational endowments as vehicles for impactful giving. Final thoughts on wealth protection. Protecting wealth is not about fear, but stewardship. You've earned the freedom financial independence provides. Protecting it ensures you can continue living on your terms, supporting those you care about, and leaving a lasting legacy. Vigilance, simplicity, and intention are your ongoing allies. With your wealth protected, you can focus fully on the purpose of financial independence, living a life of meaning, joy, and freedom. Chapter 7. The Psychology of Wealth. Mastering your mindset for lifelong success. Reaching financial independence requires more than just numbers, strategies, and investments. At its core, it demands mastery over your psychology, your beliefs, habits, emotions, and the stories you tell yourself about money and success. Without the right mindset, even great wealth can lead to fear, insecurity, and poor decisions. This chapter focuses on how to cultivate the mental and emotional foundation necessary, not just to achieve wealth, but to sustain, enjoy, and grow it over a lifetime. Why mindset matters more than money. Your relationship with money is shaped by decades of beliefs, experiences, and cultural narratives. Some people, even after achieving financial independence, live in fear of losing it all. Others spend recklessly because they believe money is limitless or meaningless. Your mindset determines how you earn, save, invest, spend, and share your wealth. It influences whether money serves you or enslaves you. A healthy wealth mindset is grounded in abundance, gratitude, confidence, and long-term thinking. It views money as a tool for freedom, not an end in itself. It embraces growth, learning, and adaptability over fear, comparison, and scarcity. Common psychological traps on the wealth journey. Scarcity mentality. Believing there's never enough leads to hoarding, fear-based decisions, and missed opportunities. Even with ample wealth, scarcity thinkers feel poor. Lifestyle inflation. As income grows, so do expenses. Without mindfulness, people upgrade cars, homes, and habits to match earnings, trapping themselves in perpetual work despite higher income. Comparison syndrome. Measuring your progress against others leads to dissatisfaction, envy, and impulsive decisions. Wealth is personal. Someone else's journey does not define yours. Imposter syndrome. Doubting your worthiness to have wealth can lead to self-sabotage or fear of visibility. Wealth is built through intentional actions, not luck. Overconfidence bias. Believing you can outsmart the market or skip foundational principles leads to risk-taking and potential loss. Recognizing these traps is the first step to avoiding them. Building an abundance mindset. Abundance mindset shifts your focus from lack to possibility, from fear to opportunity. It's rooted in the belief that wealth, health, happiness, and success are not zero-sum other success, doesn't diminish your own. To cultivate abundance, practice gratitude daily. Celebrate others' successes. Focus on growth opportunities, not limitations. Reflect on how far you've come, not just how far you want to go. Recognize the compounding effect of positive actions over time. Abundance leads to generosity, resilience, and wise stewardship of wealth. Emotional intelligence in wealth management. Financial decisions are rarely just logical. They're deeply emotional. Emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your emotions, is critical for maintaining wealth. Key practices include self-awareness. Recognize emotional triggers around money, fear, greed, guilt. Self-regulation. Pause before reacting to market news, peer pressure, or financial stress. Motivation. Stay driven by long-term goals over short-term impulses. Empathy. Understand how financial decisions impact family, partners, and future generations. Social skills. Navigate financial conversations with tact, openness, and clarity. Mastering emotions prevents destructive behaviors and fosters thoughtful, aligned choices. Detaching identity from wealth. Your value as a person is not tied to your net worth. Detachment allows you to enjoy wealth without letting it define you. This perspective protects against arrogance during prosperity and despair during setbacks. Healthy detachment looks like valuing relationships, experiences, and purpose over possessions. Maintaining humility and gratitude. Understanding that financial independence is a means to freedom, not your identity. Wealth serves you. You do not serve wealth. The power of visualization and goal setting. Visualization bridges where you are to where you want to be. Clear, compelling visions of your ideal future guide daily decisions and keep motivation high. Steps for effective visualization. Envision your financially independent life in vivid detail: where you live, how you spend your days, the people around you, the impact you make. Write down specific, measurable goals aligned with this vision. Review these goals regularly to stay aligned. Visualization, paired with action, turns dreams into reality. Habits for sustained wealth and well-being. Habits compound into outcomes. Wealthy, fulfilled people often share common daily practices that reinforce success. Recommended habits include daily gratitude, journaling to maintain perspective, regular review of finances for awareness, continuous learning through books, podcasts, and mentors, mindfulness practices to stay present and reduce anxiety, intentional generosity, fostering connection and purpose. Consistent, small actions build mental strength and financial security. Navigating fear and uncertainty. Fear is natural on the path to financial independence. Fear of loss, change, judgment, or failure. The goal isn't to eliminate fear, but to manage it effectively. Strategies include focusing on what you can control, savings rate, investment strategy, mindset. Accepting that uncertainty is part of life and investing. Building resilience through preparation, emergency funds, diversified investments. Seeking community and mentorship for reassurance and guidance. Fear fades when faced with clarity, preparation, and action. Adapting to change with confidence. Financial independence is a dynamic state. Markets fluctuate, laws evolve, personal circumstances shift. Adaptability ensures you remain secure and confident through these changes. Adapt by reviewing and adjusting plans annually, embracing lifelong learning to stay informed, staying flexible with expenses and lifestyle choices, being open to new opportunities aligned with your values. Flexibility transforms obstacles into opportunities. The role of contentment in sustaining wealth. Contentment doesn't mean complacency. It means finding satisfaction in enough. It's the antidote to endless striving and comparison. Contentment arises from recognizing when you have enough to meet your needs and goals, focusing on experiences, relationships, and personal growth over material accumulation, understanding that freedom and fulfillment often require less, not more. Contentment protects your time, energy, and financial resources. Maintaining perspective on wealth and time. Time is your most valuable asset. Money lost can often be regained. Time cannot. Aligning your finances to buy time for family, passions, health, and contribution creates a fulfilling life. Ask regularly, am I using my wealth to enhance my life or complicate it? Does my spending align with my values? Am I investing my time as wisely as my money? Perspective keeps priorities clear and decisions aligned. The freedom of letting go. Letting go of the need for control over every outcome frees you from stress. Trust in your strategy, your preparation, and your adaptability. Let go of the need to predict markets, the urge to compare your path to others, the fear of scarcity, the chase for more when you already have enough. Letting go opens space for joy, peace, and purposeful living. Reframing success beyond wealth. Financial independence provides the foundation. You define the structure. Success post-FI often centers on health and well-being, relationships and community, contribution and legacy, growth and learning, joy and creativity. Measure success by alignment with your deepest values, not by external metrics. Closing reflections on mindset and wealth. Your wealth journey is ultimately a journey of self-mastery. Money magnifies who you are, your habits, beliefs, and intentions. Cultivating a mindset of abundance, gratitude, resilience, and purpose ensures that wealth enriches your life rather than complicates it. You have built the structures of financial independence. Now, build the inner life to sustain and enjoy it fully. Chapter 8. Designing Your Ideal Life After Financial Independence. Living with Purpose, Passion, and Freedom. Achieving financial independence is not the finish line. It is the starting point of a new, self-designed life. The promise of FI is not simply freedom from work, but the opportunity to create a life that aligns deeply with your values, passions, and dreams. Many people reach their financial goals only to feel lost or uncertain about what comes next. Without purpose, even the most financially secure life can feel empty. This chapter focuses on how to intentionally design your post-FI life with clarity, creativity, and meaning. Redefining work, purpose, and success. Financial independence gives you the freedom to redefine what work and success mean on your terms. Work becomes a choice, not a necessity. Purpose becomes a driver, not a burden. Success is measured not by income or titles, but by fulfillment, contribution, and joy. Consider these questions. If money were no longer a concern, how would you choose to spend your time? What activities energize and inspire you? How do you want to impact others, your community, or the world? Clarifying these answers helps shape a post-FI life filled with intentionality and satisfaction. Creating a vision for your ideal day. Your ideal life is built one day at a time. Designing your ideal day helps anchor your vision in reality. Reflect on: how do you want to start your mornings? What kind of work, hobbies, or creative projects will fill your days? Who do you want to spend time with? How do you want to feel physically, emotionally, and mentally? How will you contribute to others, if at all? Crafting a detailed vision of your daily life turns abstract freedom into tangible goals. The importance of routine, structure, and growth. While financial independence offers unlimited freedom, too much unstructured time can lead to boredom, restlessness, or even depression. Humans thrive with purpose and progress. Establishing routines provides rhythm and balance. Morning practices like exercise, reading, meditation, or creative work set a positive tone. Daily rituals maintain physical health, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. Continual growth, learning new skills, exploring interests, setting challenges ensures your post-FI life remains stimulating and fulfilling. Exploring new passions and interests. With financial constraints removed, you gain the freedom to explore passions without concern for profitability. This is the time to take classes in art, music, language, or other fields of curiosity. Travel to places you've long dreamed of. Engage in volunteer work aligned with your values. Start a business, blog, or creative project purely for fulfillment. These activities enrich your life, expand your horizons, and keep you engaged with the world. Cultivating relationships and community. Isolation is a hidden danger post-FI. Work often provides social connections and a sense of belonging. After stepping away from traditional work, it becomes vital to intentionally nurture relationships. Focus on strengthening family bonds, deepening friendships, engaging in community groups, clubs, or organizations, mentoring others on their financial or personal growth journeys. Rich relationships add depth, joy, and resilience to life after FI. Prioritizing health and well-being. Your health is your most valuable asset. Post-FI. Financial freedom means little without the energy and vitality to enjoy it. Prioritize. Regular exercise for strength, mobility, and mental clarity. Nutritious eating habits to sustain longevity. Mindfulness practices for emotional balance and stress management. Preventative healthcare and wellness routines. A healthy body and mind enable you to fully embrace the opportunities freedom provides. Balancing leisure, work, and contribution. Post-FI life often blends leisure, meaningful work, and contribution. Some choose to continue working part-time, consulting, or freelancing not out of need, but enjoyment. Others find joy in hobbies, travel, or service. Find your balance by experimenting with time allocation between rest, activity, and giving back. Projects that challenge your skills or ignite passion. Causes or communities that benefit from your time, expertise, or resources. Balance fosters fulfillment and prevents stagnation. The role of travel and exploration. Many pursue FI for the freedom to travel. Whether exploring new countries or your local surroundings, travel enriches perspective, fuels curiosity, and breaks routine. Consider travel styles that align with your values. Slow travel to deeply experience cultures. Volunteering or eco-travel for meaningful experiences. RV life or nomad living for flexibility and adventure. Educational travel through history, nature, or arts. Travel expands both your world and your understanding of yourself. Mindfulness and presence in your new life. Financial independence offers the opportunity to live with greater presence, no longer rushing through days to meet deadlines or paychecks. You can fully savor moments. Mindfulness practices help deepen appreciation for simple pleasures, reduce anxiety about the future, enhance relationships through attentive listening and presence, foster gratitude for the journey and the freedom you've created. Presence transforms daily life from routine to ritual. Leaving a legacy beyond money. Your legacy extends beyond wealth. Consider the impact you want to leave through mentorship and guidance for future generations, contributions to causes that align with your values, building educational resources or sharing knowledge, creating workbooks, art, businesses that inspire others. A legacy rooted in values ensures your influence endures. Continually revising your vision. Your vision for life after FI will evolve. Regularly reassess. Are you living in alignment with your current values and priorities? What new opportunities or passions have emerged? What adjustments would enhance fulfillment, connection, or impact? Embrace flexibility. Your financial independence allows you to adapt as you grow. Managing time intentionally. Without the structure of work, it's easy for days to drift. Intentional time management ensures you remain engaged, productive, and fulfilled. Strategies include setting themes for days, learning, creating, socializing, relaxing, scheduling activities that align with your ideal life vision, balancing solitude with connection, activity with rest. Time is your greatest asset. Use it to craft a life of meaning. Aligning actions with core values. Financial freedom enables alignment between actions and values. Clarify your top values: family, creativity, service, adventure, health, and let them guide decisions. Evaluate choices through questions like, does this align with what matters most to me? How does this action contribute to my vision for a fulfilling life? Am I living authentically or reacting to external pressures? Alignment brings coherence, satisfaction, and peace. Finding joy in simplicity. With freedom often comes the temptation to complicate life with endless options. Simplicity in possessions, commitments, and choices frees energy for what truly matters. Find joy in daily rituals and routines, nature and quiet moments, creative pursuits without pressure, deep, meaningful relationships. Simplicity enhances clarity, presence, and contentment, continuing to grow and evolve. Financial independence is not a static state, but an ongoing journey of growth. Embrace lifelong learning. Read widely across disciplines. Attend workshops or retreats. Explore new skills and crafts. Reflect regularly on personal growth. Growth sustains vitality and curiosity throughout your post-FI years. Conclusion: designing a life worth living. Financial independence grants you the rare privilege of designing a life fully aligned with your deepest desires and values. The challenge and the joy lies in crafting each day intentionally, embracing opportunities for growth, connection, and contribution. Live boldly, authentically, and with gratitude for the freedom you've earned. Chapter 9: The Generational Wealth Mindset. Teaching others to follow the path. Achieving financial independence is a remarkable personal accomplishment, but its impact multiplies when you pass on the principles, mindset, and strategies to others, your children, family, community, or audience. True wealth extends beyond your bank account. It becomes a philosophy, a way of life, and a legacy that empowers others to live freely and purposefully. This chapter explores how to cultivate a generational wealth mindset and help others benefit from the knowledge you've gained. What is generational wealth? Generational wealth is more than just money passed down through inheritance. It's a comprehensive approach to life that includes financial education, mindset and habits, values and principles, opportunities and guidance, a blueprint for independence and fulfillment. Wealth that is not accompanied by wisdom often vanishes within a generation. Without understanding how to sustain and grow it, beneficiaries can squander assets, lose purpose, and repeat financial mistakes. True generational wealth equips people with the tools to thrive beyond mere financial inheritance. Why generational wealth matters. The freedom you've created can ripple outward, changing lives beyond your own. Teaching others to achieve independence strengthens families, communities, and future generations. Benefits include breaking cycles of debt, scarcity, and financial illiteracy, empowering future generations with choices and opportunities, fostering resilience, independence, and purpose, spreading a culture of intentional living rather than mindless consumption. When you share this mindset, you create a legacy of empowerment, not just assets. Teaching financial literacy from an early age. The best time to teach these principles is early to children, young relatives, or anyone open to learning. Start with foundational concepts. The difference between wants and needs. The power of saving and investing. How compound interest works. The importance of living below your means. The value of patience and long-term thinking. Use real-life examples, hands-on activities, like managing small savings or mock investments, and stories to make lessons engaging and memorable. Leading by example. Your behavior teaches more than your words ever could. Demonstrate thoughtful spending decisions, consistent saving and investing habits, a calm, informed approach to money and markets, generosity balanced with stewardship, contentment without extravagance. Children and younger generations observe and internalize these behaviors, forming their own financial philosophies from what they witness. Sharing the mindset, not just the money. Mindset shapes outcomes. Teach others how to think about abundance versus scarcity, opportunities versus obstacles, delayed gratification versus instant rewards, personal responsibility versus blame. Encourage a growth mindset. The belief that skills, knowledge, and wealth can be developed over time with effort, learning, and smart choices. The role of storytelling in teaching wealth principles. Stories are powerful teaching tools. Share your journey to financial independence, struggles, lessons, victories. Stories of others who succeeded or failed, and why. Historical examples of wealth built and lost. Fictional scenarios to illustrate cause and effect. Stories make abstract principles tangible and relatable, embedding lessons in memory. Creating a family wealth plan. A family wealth plan is not just about legal documents, it's a shared vision for the future. It includes core family values about money, work, and responsibility, goals for education, careers, giving, and stewardship, expectations for inheritance or business succession, structures for decision-making and accountability. Open, honest communication fosters trust and prevents misunderstandings later. Encouraging independence, not dependence. Generational wealth is not about enabling complacency. Teach self-reliance. Encourage young people to earn, save, and invest their own money. Provide opportunities, not entitlements. Support education, mentorship, and entrepreneurship. Set expectations for contribution, responsibility, and stewardship. Empowerment over entitlement creates capable, confident successors. Philanthropy as a tool for teaching values. Philanthropy teaches gratitude, compassion, and purpose. Involve your family or community in charitable giving decisions, volunteering efforts, supporting causes aligned with family values. These actions reinforce that wealth is a tool for positive impact, not just personal comfort. Building financial literacy into education. Beyond family, contribute to broader financial education by supporting or creating financial literacy programs in schools, hosting workshops or community classes, sharing resources, books, podcasts, and tools, mentoring individuals in your community or professional network. Widespread financial education strengthens societies and reduces systemic poverty. Preserving wealth across generations. Practical steps to ensure wealth longevity include clear estate planning with wills, trusts, and legal protections. Minimizing taxes through strategic gifting, trusts, and charitable foundations. Educating heirs on wealth management before transitions occur. Keeping family members informed and involved through regular discussions. Wealth preserved without understanding is vulnerable. Combine planning with education. The emotional side of passing on wealth. Conversations about money, inheritance, and responsibility can be emotionally charged. Approach them with openness and transparency, patience and empathy, clarity and firmness about intentions, willingness to listen and adapt where appropriate. These conversations foster harmony, reduce conflict, and strengthen family bonds. Avoiding pitfalls in generational wealth transfer. Common mistakes include not preparing heirs for responsibility, underestimating family conflicts, overcomplicating wealth structures without clarity, assuming children share your financial values, failing to adapt plans over time. Mitigate these risks through education, clear communication, and professional guidance. Leaving a legacy of wisdom. Your true legacy lies in the knowledge, mindset, and values you impart. Share your principles openly. Write letters to future generations explaining your decisions and hopes. Record your story and lessons learned. Create family documents outlining philosophies and goals. Mentor through lived example, conversation, and intentional guidance. These actions ensure your influence endures, even beyond your lifetime, spreading the message beyond your family. Generational wealth extends to community influence, publishing your journey, lessons, or strategies, speaking publicly about financial independence, supporting financial education charities or movements, creating online content that educates and inspires. Your story can light up the path for countless others seeking freedom. Closing reflections on generational wealth. Wealth that lasts is wealth that's understood, respected, and used with intention. By teaching others how to build, preserve, and enjoy financial freedom, you extend the benefits of your journey far beyond yourself. The principles of patience, discipline, generosity, and lifelong learning are the true assets to pass on. The simple path to lifelong wealth, freedom, and happiness. Your final blueprint. You have now traveled through every core principle of the simple path to wealth, from understanding your relationship with money to building a resilient mindset. From mastering investments to protecting wealth and crafting a purposeful life post-financial independence, you've gained a complete blueprint. This final chapter ties everything together into one clear, actionable philosophy you can live by for the rest of your life. The core truth: simplicity wins in the end. At the heart of everything you've learned is one undeniable truth. Wealth is simple, but not always easy. The people who succeed financially are not the ones chasing the latest fads, trying to time markets, or showing off their success. They are those who adopt timeless principles, stick with them patiently, and live intentionally. Simplicity is powerful because it removes confusion, reduces mistakes, and frees mental energy. Complexity often hides insecurity or fear. Simplicity reflects confidence and clarity. The final wealth formula. To reach and sustain lifelong wealth and freedom, follow this simple, repeatable formula. Spend less than you earn always. Live below your means, no matter your income level. This gap between income and expenses is your freedom fund. Invest the surplus consistently and wisely. Invest regularly in broad-based, low-cost index funds that capture long-term market growth without unnecessary risk. Avoid debt like the plague. Use debt only when absolutely necessary and in your favor, for example, a modest mortgage. Consumer debt destroys wealth. Stay the course, no matter the noise. Ignore media panic, market predictions, and get-rich-quick schemes. Your long-term plan is stronger than short-term volatility. Let time and compound growth do the heavy lifting. Wealth grows slowly at first, then exponentially. Your patience will be rewarded more than your brilliance. Guard your wealth with protection and prudence. Insurance, diversification, legal safeguards, and an emergency fund protect you from life's uncertainties. Use money as a tool for freedom, not status. Align spending with your values, not with societal expectations or comparisons. Live intentionally, with purpose and gratitude. Financial independence is a means to a life of choice, contribution, and joy, not an escape from responsibility. What financial independence really means. Financial independence isn't about retiring early or never working again. It's about having options. Work becomes a choice, not a necessity. Your time is your own. You can prioritize health, family, creativity, adventure, or contribution without worrying about bills or bosses. It means security in knowing you've prepared well. It means peace of mind in knowing you can weather storms. It means confidence in living aligned with your values. The real measure of wealth. True wealth is not just numbers on a screen. It's time to spend as you wish, freedom from fear and scarcity, the health and vitality to enjoy your days, relationships built on love, not obligation, the ability to give, create, and make a difference. Money supports these things, but it is not their source. Keep this perspective at the center of your life, staying the course for life. Your path may change, careers evolve, markets shift, priorities transform, but the core principles of financial independence remain the same. Review your goals annually. Rebalance your investments periodically. Revisit your purpose regularly. Reinforce your mindset continually. This ongoing attention keeps you aligned, adaptable, and secure. Common pitfalls to avoid. Even after achieving FI, these traps can threaten your freedom. Lifestyle creep. Keep your expenses aligned with your needs, not your growing wealth. Overconfidence. Stay humble. The basics work because they are timeless. Neglect. Monitor your finances. What you ignore can deteriorate. Fear. Don't let fear keep you working or hoarding unnecessarily. Isolation. Stay connected to communities that inspire growth, generosity, and wisdom. Your legacy. More than money. Your greatest impact may not be the wealth you accumulate, but the wisdom you share. By living openly, teaching others, and modeling a life of freedom, you inspire generations. Whether through your family, community, or work, your example becomes a beacon. Your legacy is not measured in dollars. It's measured in lives improved, freedoms granted, and mindsets shifted. Final thoughts. The simplicity of a wealthy life. The simple path to wealth is this: earn well, spend wisely, invest simply, protect diligently, live intentionally, share generously. Do this with patience, consistency, and joy. Let others chase complexity, trends, and appearances. You will have something far more valuable: peace, freedom, and the quiet confidence of knowing you've built a life on solid ground. Wealth is not the destination. It is the foundation for the life you choose to create. Congratulations on understanding the path. Now, go live it simply, boldly, and with gratitude.